and they made up this story that I assaulted him and tried to prosecute. I've been living in Annapolis for 3.5 years, trying to get my second restaurant open. And I reached out to every platform that I could think of. Tony Harris, the congresswoman that created the program that's supposed to hold Anne Arundel County police officers accountable for their actions. And every other platform that I could think of, I heard back from no one. I called, I emailed, I text.
And Lightus Colt Lightus.
I went through this whole thing by Mr. Sharp, and I wasn't going to share this because I'm not ashamed of it, but it shouldn't have never happened to me. And the reason why I didn't sue because I didn't want, and I'm just going to give it to you straight, I didn't want those white boys to start coming to my restaurant and sending health inspectors and doing all kinds of things to me that I've seen happen before.
I work in the county. I need to talk to
So,
him.
I just want people to be very careful when they say Black Lives Matter, because I felt like that I did not.
Well, I'm gonna give you my card because we're working on a couple of different things, and I do have some contact. And Carl already left. I don't know if you talked to Carl.
Yeah, this is a county. Yes, and I just did a video with the county about these matters. Can I share it with the county?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, this happened in, I believe it was November 2019. And actually, I haven't even spoken to her about it, but a family friend who is Chief Awad just took over the department. But I wanted to sue so bad because it was so, and it's still happening. If they had body cameras on, they could have never made up this story. There's no cameras, there's no anything but their story.
Well, how did you make out in court if you don't mind?
Well,
me asking?
what happened was they knew with this platform that was happening, they were so afraid that I was going to get to somebody and talk about this, that the prosecutor said he knew if we took this to trial and I fought this, it was going to get out. And I was going to fight. And they decided to dismiss it so I could have it expunged. So why would they do that if it was for real? What police officer in their right mind would assault 2 white police officers? And I had a friend with me, and every time she tried to get out of the car to take it, they made her get back in the car. You could see him push her hand down.
Well, this is my suggestion to you, and you're a retired police officer, and it's a certain amount of dignity to that. And it goes back to my point. Injustice anywhere is threat to everywhere. It means it can affect any of us. And so what I would do is I would talk to Chief Marwad.
Yes.
If you'd like me there to support you, I will. I know her. And she's one of the best things that's happened to Anne Arundel County Police.
Absolutely.
In a long time. But I think your story needs to be told beyond
Yes.
this venue. And I think you need to file a complaint with the Civil Rights Commission.
Yes.
Because you are a police officer. Not that it makes it different. I'm not talking about the treatment. It's what you represent.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what any citizen should do it. But you're a retired police officer. You serve your
I
country.
only told this because, you said what you said. And, I mean, this happened in Annapolis. I moved here, I come out of Berry Farm. I've been in 3 shootings on the job. I'm still here, and I come here to get whooped by the police.
I just really think it's important when stuff like that happens for you to tell your story. Because not only will you'll have other people who raise up and say, you know what, me too, and who will walk alongside with you. But not only that, you hold them accountable, even if it's just something small. Because that same situation happened with my brother, and he was driving my car. And I do have a nice car. And the same thing happened to him, and they pulled the gun out and all of that. But I was so adamant about holding them accountable. I wasn't gonna sit here and say like, you know what, this happens to us all the time.
Nope.
You know, and let it go.
Nope.
And I feel like so many of us do, so that's why they're able to be like, you know what, we are gonna do this because nothing's gonna happen. They don't care. You know, so the more we hold them accountable and bring it to the spot, like even if it's something that writing them up and it goes in their file.
Right. I mean, I tried to reach out to as many people as I could.
No,
Respond.
you have to actually
Yeah.
do that yourself, and we do follow through. I live in Severn, near what they call the old Pioneer City, because there's public housing. So when they stop black men, I stop. I film them. Why are you dragging them out of their cars? This is county. And two of those that I filmed, okay, I sent it to Carl Snowden and Colitis, and one of them is being prosecuted as we speak. So voices do matter. So two of my films, okay, one, you know, we supposed to be masked. I stopped my car because the cop was in the guy's car, no mask, made him come out, searched, okay? That's against the law, so I sent it to the chief. They're in court now. I don't know if it was your brother, but I found it on Facebook. The cop dragging the guy out in the courts right now. So you have all the support right now. I've worked for the county exec. You got the mayor. You have the chief. It's all you need to do is write the report.
I've already written.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
And that the former police chief fought against cameras in the county.